What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Isabel. I would love it if you would subscribe. The button is right down below. I do videos on fashion, health, lifestyle vlogs, all that kind of stuff. I love doing cooking videos also, and once we get the chance to start traveling again, I love doing travel vlogs. In today's video, I thought I would share with you guys my 2021 resolutions. I made a video like this for 2020. I had 20 resolutions for 2020. We were starting a new decade and I wanted to go all out, and let's just say that these 20 resolutions were very quickly stopped by the pandemic, or at least slowed down. It was very easy for me to get unmotivated to do any of the things that I wanted to do in that year because of the pandemic, which I think is the same for a lot of you guys. So this year I decided to go with 10 instead of 20. But yeah, and I tried to make them a little bit more realistic to everything that's going on in the world, considering that the pandemic is still going on. So I'm trying to make them as realistic as possible. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing on my resolutions, goals, intention list is to work out more consistently throughout the year. I feel like I get these lows where I always stop, and I've gotten so much better. Even in 2020, I feel like I've gotten so much better, and since I am already getting better, I just want to keep pushing myself to be more consistent with the workouts that I do. If I need to take a day off, I'll take a day off. I'll listen to my body for sure. But I would love to be more consistent, and if I'm having a little bit more of an off day, just doing a 10 or 20 or 30-minute workout is so much better than doing nothing or just going on a walk. Anything. I just want to do workouts more consistently throughout the year. Oh, hi Nala. My cat just came in. Did you guys see her? The second one is eating healthy all year round. Once again, just like the working out, I get ups and downs. I feel like during the summer, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna eat healthy. And I don't know, for me, it is just so much easier to eat healthy during the summer. Maybe it's because we show more of our bodies, we're less covered up, especially coming from Canada. During the winter, sorry about that, guys. Alex's alarm just went off. But I think what I was saying is, in Canada, when winter comes around, it gets so cold and we get all bundled up and our body just gets covered in layers and layers and layers, and I'm just less conscious, yeah, about the way that I look, which obviously it's not about the way that I look. I love the way that I look. I love my body, but obviously when you eat a little healthier, you notice that you feel better. And when I eat, let's say when I eat pasta is the one thing that I love but that I hate at the same time. Pasta just makes me so freaking bloated. And that's not to say that I don't like my body. No, it's just that when I'm bloated, I don't feel good, and I don't feel good wearing certain clothes because I feel bloated and I don't want to wear tight clothes. So during the summer, when you're always wearing tight clothes, or your body's showing a bit more, your stomach is showing more, obviously I'm more tempted to eat healthier. Do you guys know what I'm saying? I love my body, but being bloated is not something that I love, you know what I mean? It's just not a good feeling. I love when I eat healthy to feel good, and I know when I'm not eating healthy, I know how I feel. I know. Anyways, I don't know if this makes any sense. I hope it does. But yeah, and well, that's pretty much it. All right, this is something that has been hard for me in the past. Was really easy for maybe a summer or two, and then became so hard for me again, and it is drinking a lot of water. I do not know why, but it is so hard for me to drink water. I used to be so bad, then like I said, I had 2 summers where I was drinking a lot of water. I was also working in day camps, so for sure that helps. But I don't know, these past few years I've been having such a hard time drinking water, so this is one thing that I just want to push myself to do. I am already doing that every single morning. I fill up this big mason jar. My goal is to drink at least that 1 mason jar per day. I've been pretty good, but I'm having kind of difficulties a bit, but I'm not there yet where I drink 2 of them, which is what I would ideally want to do, drink 2 of those big mason jars per day. But I'm starting small, realistic to the way that I live my life and the way that I live in a day. So I'm gonna start with 1 and then eventually do 1.5 to 2, you know what I mean? So we're starting with 1 and it's going good for now, but I could do better for sure. So that is one thing that I really want to work on in 2021. Okay, so the next thing is work on my Instagram. I feel like my YouTube channel has gotten a lot of subscribers within the last 5 months, I would say. I feel like I started becoming a lot more consistent in August of 2020, and I've gotten over 2,000 subscribers within those 5 months, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me. But I really want to work on my Instagram. I feel like I love taking pictures, but I'm not that good at it. Like I have difficulties finding good lighting, good spots, and even the motivation just having to do my makeup, and sometimes it's just hard for me to go out and take pictures, like, but I love it. I love looking at people's Instagram feeds. I love being on Instagram. I love when I post a picture that I am in love with and it gets a good response from my followers. So I just want to get better at that. And I think right now I'm at like 200 subscribers or followers, which is not a lot, and I'm giving myself a goal, which if it does not happen, I'm totally fine with that. I have no problem with that, but I'm giving myself the goal that I would love to have 3,000 subscribers by 2022. And if everything goes well, let's say I hit 3,000 by midsummer time, I would love to be at 5,000. So between 3,000 to 5,000 by the end of 2021, the beginning of 2022, which might not be realistic. And if it is not, that's totally fine. I don't know how Instagram growth really works. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna work on it and we'll see how it goes. If you guys want to check it out, it is always linked down below. You guys can check it out. And I also do a little pop-up when I start the video with my username right there if you want to check it out. I'm working on my feed. I want to do more of a theme on my feed, but it's kind of hard. Like I just have to figure my things out, but we'll get there. All right, so the 5th thing is doing more self-care. I really want to start doing self-care at least once a week, and I just want to like take that moment to like decompress from the week that I've had. So if I'm doing it like on a Sunday, like right before we start off the week, I feel like that starts the week off really fresh. Or if I decide to do it like on a Friday night after you're done your big week, I feel like that just works so great. And I just want to start doing more of that, because whenever I do self-care, I always feel so much better. But then I wait like 3 weeks before I do it again, and I feel like I could have done it before and I would have felt better before, you know what I mean? So like doing a hair mask, a face mask, taking a bath with a bath bomb, a book, or even like a TV show. Like I have no problem going in the bath and watching a show while I'm in the bath. I just want to like do that, you know? And I also like started doing, I did it once. I did some self-tanner. You can't really tell, but I can show you like one of the mistakes that I made. I don't know if it still shows. There's kind of like this line right here on my wrist. Do you guys see that? Yeah, that's self-tanner. It's pretty much faded by now, but like doing self-tanner, I just felt so much more confident. You guys have no idea. I knew that I would, but I didn't know how much I would. And honestly, like it was a game changer for me. So like whenever the week is starting, I would just like, I could do like redo my self-tan, do my face mask, do my hair mask, and like I just don't know, like this just feels so good to me, you know what I mean? Maybe do my nails once a week also, like just like a 2 to 3 hours of self-care per week where I'm concentrating on just me doing what I want to do. That just sounds so great to me. All right, so number 6 is keeping the apartment clean. Alex and I are pretty good with keeping the apartment clean, but sometimes we lack motivation. And obviously right now, since we're always home, we're always like, oh my god, like we have to do this, we have to pick up this. Like for me, living in a space that is cluttered gets on my nerves, so I'll automatically just pick up the space. But when I'm not home and I'm working, so I was working like 2 weeks ago, I was at work and I was supposed to start working again on Monday, January 11th, but that is not happening. Quebec has put in place another 4 weeks of quarantine plus a curfew at 8 o'clock at night until 5 a.m. in the morning. So you're not supposed to be out between those hours. Anyways, that's beside the point. The fact is, like, we're always home now, so it's a lot easier for me to keep the apartment clean if I'm always home, and I feel like it's the same thing for Alex. Although school is starting next week for Alex, he's doing full full classes, like 5 classes for his semester, maybe 6, I'm not even sure, but I'm only doing 1. So obviously it'll be easier for me, but once I start working again, it might get a little bit harder, it might be a bit more of a challenge, which is what we've experienced in the past. And I just don't want to like let it go too long to the point where we actually need to do a full day of hard cleaning, which at the same time, it's kind of like therapeutic for me to do a full day of cleaning, but sometimes you're just so annoyed because you don't have a choice to do it because you let things go for too long, you know what I mean? So I just want us to be more like consistent, maybe have like on Monday we do laundry, we clean all the sheets in the apartment, then on Tuesday or like Wednesdays we clean the bathroom every Wednesday, and then on the Sunday of every 2 weeks we do the mop in the apartment, and then we do the vacuum at least once a week, and the cat's litter every 2 days. Like sometimes we skip a day, and I feel like that's just the worst thing a cat mom and dad could do, you know what I mean? Number 7 is save up some money, because obviously like Alex and I are 22, we would love to eventually buy a house. We're still in school, well, I'm doing only 1 class, but he is a full-time student, but we have been like slowly putting money aside, and I would love to just put more on the side. Everyone's situation is completely different, but I think it's important that we focus on that because we do want to buy a house within the next 2 to 3 years, and if we want to be able to do that, then we need to have some money put aside. So that is one of the things that we I really want to work on, but I would love for us to work on this as a goal for the both of us. All right, so number 8 is do more things on my own. So in 2020, I realized that I am like very dependent of Alex, and I love doing things when he wants to do them with me, which like sometimes are things like ridiculous that a guy just probably doesn't want to do and that I could totally go do on my own, but I would block myself from doing those things because he wouldn't want to come with me, which is totally fine because it is his own decision. But I was like stopping myself from doing things on my own, and I realized that I have become dependent of him, which is something that it's not necessarily a bad thing, but for me personally, I want to be comfortable doing my own things and heading out of the door in the morning without having to have Alex follow me everywhere. I think it'll be good for me, it'll be good for him, and then when we do things together, it'll just be so much more special, you know what I mean? Okay, so number 9 is a very long shot, but it is go on adventures. I don't know if that's even going to be possible in 2021. Obviously I'm not leaving the country anytime soon, but I would love to explore the country, you know what I mean? I would love to go to Toronto for the first time. We almost went for my birthday, but the COVID cases went like astronomically high the week right before my birthday. We almost went this summer, did not end up going. School was starting and we had so many plans and it just didn't happen. But I would love to go to Toronto. I've been wanting to go to Toronto for the last 4 to 5 years and I have not gone, and I really want to do it. So we're looking at going this summer for my cousin's birthday, but again, it really depends on the circumstances. If we can't go, we can't go, but that is one thing that I would love to do. And the last thing is kind of more like a materialistic thing, but at the same time not really, and you guys will understand why. I really want to grow my jewelry collection. So the jewelry that I own right now are some earrings. I'm not wearing them, I haven't put them on, but I have gold hoops, I have this gold chain right here, I have my promise ring that Alex got me. I've never shown this on camera before, but this is my little promise ring that Alex got me. And then I also have a Majuri bracelet that I am not wearing right now. I took it off the other day when I self-tanned. I haven't put it back on yet. But they are all real gold jewelry. So I really want to get more real gold jewelry to add to my collection. You know what I mean? So I would love to get a couple more chains that I can like stack. So I'd be wearing them all the time. Like I wouldn't just have a whole bunch of jewelries to have a whole bunch of them and leave them in a drawer sitting. You know what I mean? I would love to wear them more. I would love to have some big chunky gold hoops to have like on me. I think they're just so stylish and they look so cute. And also I would love to get more rings. Like I only have the one and I love wearing it, and I feel like my hands could use a bit more ring. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Also, I hope you guys have a wonderful 2021, even though we are off to a very bad start, because I'm filming this on January 7th and it is not going well in the world already. So I really hope that we still have a great year and that you accomplish the goals that you've been working on and that you want to work on. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.